In the Indian National Football League, quarterback development is rarely a straight line. Some prospects explode immediately, while others require patience, the right system, and the right coach before their talent finally clicks. Right now, Anthony Richardson may be approaching the exact kind of career reset that once helped revive Malik Willis. And if the latest reports are accurate, that reset could happen with the Green Bay Packers. The end of the Richardson era in Indianapolis. Just a few years ago, Richardson was viewed as one of the most fascinating quarterback prospects in football. The Indianapolis Colts selected him with the fourth overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, betting on an extraordinary combination of size, athleticism, and arm strength. Coming out of Florida Gators football, Richardson wasn't considered a polished passer. Instead, he was seen as a high upside project, the kind of player who might need time before reaching his potential. The Colts knew that when they drafted him, but the plan to develop Richardson quickly ran into obstacles. His rookie season began with excitement. The coaching staff named him the starting quarterback early in the year, hoping to accelerate his development through real game experience. Then everything changed. A shoulder injury ended his season prematurely, forcing Indianapolis to shut him down before he could build momentum. Instead of gaining a full year of development, Richardson was forced back into recovery mode. The struggles continued. When Richardson returned the following season, the situation didn't stabilize. His play was inconsistent, flashes of elite athletic ability mixed with moments of inexperience and decision-making struggles. The Colts began to lose confidence in the long-term plan. Eventually, the team brought in Dashar Daniel Jones, who later signed a 2-year contract with Indianapolis. That move signaled a major shift in the team's quarterback strategy. Instead of continuing to build around Richardson, the organization appeared ready to move in another direction. By granting him permission to seek a trade, the Colts effectively acknowledged that the experiment was coming to an end. Why Green Bay makes sense. According to reports, one of the teams worth watching in Richardson's trademark is the Green Bay Packers. At first glance, the fit might seem unusual. After all, Green Bay already has a starting quarterback in Shar Kapfaidakineg in Jordan Love. But that's actually part of the appeal. If Richardson were to land in Green Bay, he wouldn't be forced onto the field immediately. Instead, he could develop behind Love while learning the system under head coach Matt LaFleur. And that's where the comparison to Malik Willis becomes interesting. The Malik Willis blueprint. Willis entered the NFL with a very similar profile. Coming out of Liberty Flames football, he possessed exceptional athletic ability but lacked refinement as a passer. The Tennessee Titans selected him in the third round of the 2022 draft, hoping he could develop into a future starter. Instead, he struggled early in his career. When Willis was forced into action as a rookie, he looked overwhelmed by the speed and complexity of the NFL. His development stalled, but everything changed when the Titans traded him to the Packers in 2024. Green Bay acquired Willis for just a 7th-round pick, a low-risk move that quickly paid off. A revival in Green Bay. When Jordan Love suffered an injury early in the season, Willis suddenly found himself starting games. This time, things were different. Within LaFleur's offense, Willis looked more comfortable, more decisive, and far more effective than he had in Tennessee. He led Green Bay to back-to-back wins against the Colts and the Titans, surprising many observers who had previously written him off as a developmental failure. The improvement was obvious. Instead of forcing him into a system that didn't fit his strengths, the Packers created a structure that simplified the game for him. That success eventually changed Willis's career trajectory. The Miami breakthrough. After proving himself capable in Green Bay's system, Willis became an intriguing option in free agency. The Miami Dolphins eventually signed him to a 3-year, $67.5 million contract, betting that the growth he showed with the Packers could translate into a long-term starting role. For a quarterback who once looked like a failed draft pick, it was an extraordinary turnaround, and it demonstrated something important. Sometimes a young quarterback simply needs the right environment. Why Richardson might follow the same path. That's why the Packers are such an intriguing possibility for Richardson. Like Willis before him, Richardson entered the NFL with enormous physical talent but limited experience. During his time at Florida, Richardson started only 13 college games before declaring for the draft. That lack of playing time meant he arrived in the NFL still learning the basics of reading defenses and managing complex passing schemes. Most successful quarterbacks have far more experience by the time they enter the league. Even players like Justin Herbert and Jalen Hurts, who developed quickly in the NFL, had long college careers that prepared them for the transition. Richardson didn't have that luxury. So instead of developing gradually, he was thrown directly into the starting role, and the results were uneven. A reset could be exactly what he needs. If Richardson were traded to Green Bay, the expectations would be completely different. He wouldn't be the franchise quarterback immediately. Instead, he would have time to refine his mechanics, improve his decision making, learn a sophisticated offensive system, adjust to the speed of NFL defenses. That kind of developmental environment is rare in today's league, where teams often expect young quarterbacks to produce immediately. But the Packers have a long history of doing exactly that. They famously allowed Aaron Rodgers to sit behind Brett Favre before becoming a superstar. And now they may have an opportunity to repeat a similar developmental model with Richardson. The trade market is still uncertain. For now, nothing is finalized. Reports indicate that multiple teams have expressed interest in Richardson, but no trade is imminent. The quarterback market often moves slowly after free agency as teams evaluate their rosters and determine whether a developmental player fits their long-term plans. Green Bay is simply one of the most intriguing possibilities, because if Richardson truly wants to land with a coach known for developing quarterbacks, Matt LaFleur might be near the top of that list. And if the Packers believe his raw talent is worth another investment, they could attempt to replicate the same rehabilitation project that worked so well with Malik Willis. A career at a crossroads. For Richardson, the next move could define his entire career. Right now, he's at a crossroads that many young quarterbacks face after a difficult start in the NFL. Some players fade out of the league, others find the right system and unlock the talent that made them top prospects in the first place. If the Packers become his next destination, Richardson may get the same opportunity that once helped Malik Willis rebuild his career. And if history repeats itself, the quarterback many teams are ready to give up on today could someday become one of the league's most fascinating redemption stories.